What if I told you that you could own a car that drives itself, makes money for you, and can be used anywhere, including on another planet? Elon Musk says that this isn't too good to be true. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said in 2016 that he intended to create a fully autonomous, self-driving robotaxi that would revolutionize transportation and change the world. Even though it hasn't been on the road for 7 years, he has suggested that it is getting closer than ever and might even be ready this year. However, because Tesla hasn't released any images, it hasn't been seen yet. Those who are interested will have to wait until next year, but Musk has confirmed that the dedicated robot taxi he hinted at during the Giga Texas opening is in the works. Musk said during Tesla's financial results conference call that the vehicle will be highly optimized for autonomy, which means it won't have a steering wheel or pedals. It is fundamentally optimized to achieve the lowest fully considered cost per mile or kilometer when counting everything, but there are a few other innovations that I think are quite exciting around it. I believe this will be a significant driver of Tesla's growth. He spoke Tesla has long indicated a desire to turn its customers' cars into autonomous ones that could be used as robotaxis. Musk stated that he would reveal the car in 2 years and start mass production in 2024. He asserted that we will offer consumers the lowest cost per mile they have ever experienced through the use of autonomous vehicles and robot taxis. Musk elaborated on his plans for the project in a lengthy interview with David Faber of Cambridge, and it appears that serving as a platform for self-driving ride-hailing is a significant part of the value proposition. With the installation of autonomous software, those vehicles could be spending their idle time on the road as part of a ride-hailing network, earning money for both the owner and Tesla. In the interview, he discussed how the average passenger car is used for only 10 to 12 hours per week, with most of its time spent parked at its owner's home or workplace. Musk alluded to a potential business plan that described a revenue split that might be 50-50 or even 730 in favor of the car owner. This could completely change Tesla's financial situation because instead of just producing and selling cars with a 25% gross profit margin, each car could eventually earn a 70% or higher margin. However, is his vision realistic and when will it come to pass? Let's look at it. Elon Musk, who has spent years working on creating a fully autonomous driving system for Tesla vehicles, is not afraid to make grandiose predictions and commitments. He claims that the system will be ready by the end of next year. Musk cited an analysis by Cathie Wood and her company, ARK Investment Management, from earlier this year that predicted autonomous ride-hailing could generate $4 trillion in revenue by 2027. The Robotaxi also backs ARK's $2,000 price target for Tesla stock in 2027, the highest on Wall Street, as it could create $14 trillion in enterprise value. According to ARK, the autonomous platform will be in charge of 67% of the company's $6.1 trillion enterprise value by then. If that were still true today, it would be the most expensive technological advancement ever made. Elon continues to assert that Tesla's self-driving technology will be able to handle any situation on any road without the need for human intervention. He even asserts that it will function on a hypothetical alternate Earth or Mars. However, how does this relate to robot taxis? Musk envisions using Tesla cars for ride-hailing services once they can drive themselves. He asserts that Tesla owners can add their vehicles to the fleet of automated taxis and make money when they are not in use. These vehicles pick up and drop off passengers without the need for a driver. At Tesla's annual stockholder meeting in 2022, Elon compared the new model to a hybrid of Airbnb and Uber in which you could rent out your car for rides and split the profits with Tesla. He said that the new model would allow owners to rent out their vehicles based on how frequently they needed to use them. There are plenty of parking spaces available because vehicles need drivers and are thus idle everywhere. The interesting thing is that the cars don't price, so in that scenario, at least for a while, the gross margin for an autonomous car is mind-boggling. Most of the time, a passenger car is typically used for 12 hours per week. If it's self-contained, it might last 50 or 60 hours. He spoke according to Musk, a typical vehicle integrated into the robo-taxi system would see an increase in usage from 12 to 60 hours per week, generating revenue. He also asserts that robo-taxis will be much less expensive and safer than human-driven taxis or Uber rides, with an estimated cost of only 18 cents per mile compared to 62 cents for Uber and $2 to $3 for regular taxis. He also asserts that robotaxis will have a lower accident rate than human drivers thanks to Tesla's advanced sensors and software. But how realistic is Musk's robotaxi vision? He will have to overcome some challenges and uncertainties. One of them is regulation. The most difficult obstacle to overcome in launching robot taxis in various markets will be regulatory approval, but Musk believes that public pressure and demand will eventually convince regulators to allow robot taxis anywhere there is competition for Tesla. Waymo Cruise, Uber, Lyft, and others are among the companies developing self-driving cars and ride-hailing services. Some of these companies have already tested or launched their own versions of self-driving cars or robotaxis in a limited number of locations, giving them a leg up on Tesla in terms of experience or data. Uber Technologies is the undisputed global leader in ride-hailing today and is working on its self-driving technology, but should Uber be worried about a behemoth like Tesla entering the fray? Although Uber has a significant advantage in its digital platform with over 130 million monthly users and 2.1 billion rides completed in the first quarter of 2023 alone, Tesla's autonomous driving software is widely regarded as the most advanced in the industry, with 2.7 million cars specifically collecting data on the road, which is 10 times more than its nearest competitor. However, since human drivers are the company's largest expense, an autonomous solution would be the logical choice. Uber's relationship with autonomous technology has been rocky. It abandoned its internal development project in 2020 following one of its tests. However, last year it signed a 10-year contract with Motional, a joint venture between Korean automotive giant Hyundai and a mobility technology company active on top of Hyundai's iconic 5 electric vehicle. A pedestrian had been killed by a vehicle a few years earlier. Motional has developed a platform that is fully autonomous and capable of handling all driving and navigational tasks without the need for human intervention, having achieved a Society of Automotive Engineers Level 4. The world's largest autonomous ride-sharing network could theoretically be built by the companies because Motional lacked the ride-hailing ecosystem that Uber brings to the table. However, execution is a problem. Musk has a history of making bold predictions and frequently keeping his word when he makes unrealistic or delayed promises. For instance, in 2016, he predicted that Tesla would have fully autonomous vehicles by 2018. By 2020, according to him, Tesla would have 1 million robotaxis operating on the road. However, neither of these things happened, so Musk might be overly confident or optimistic about his timeline and objectives for robotaxis. Elon Musk has made suggestions that Tesla's autonomous platform will employ a closed-loop ecosystem or self-driving technology. As Uber, for instance, is not allowed Tesla vehicles to operate outside of its own ride-hailing network, the company is effectively guaranteed to make money off of its software in perpetuity. If sales of new electric vehicles completely replace those of internal combustion vehicles, and if this closed-loop strategy is successful, it could be worth trillions of dollars. Tesla is still the most widely used electric vehicle brand. The most crucial question is whether non-Tesla owners will download another smartphone app just to be able to hail a Tesla, since Uber already has a significant lead in users. Tesla may have many vehicles on the road, but if customers choose to use none, Elon Musk will struggle to develop a revolutionary robotaxi service. Please share your opinions in the comment section below. You can also like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.